Hey, well, good morning, everyone. We're another video, another weekend. You guys are doing wonderful. If you don't need the whole video, I want to go very quick. The biggest thing, the new things we're doing today is G, and that is middle finger, first finger, open, open, ring, pinky, and it's on the third, second, third, third. That's G, and remember C is taking those top two fingers and bringing it below. That's what we're working on. So if you've got everything else and you're good, completely cool. Focus on that this week. Be able to play those C's. And for those people, remember I mentioned too, if you use your thumb, you can block it. And then you don't hear that top string, because when you play a C, you only play the bottom 5 strings. So that's the real quick thing. That's the new stuff we've learned, and the scale. And so I'm gonna do it all in detail here in a minute, but I just wanted for those people who won't need the video as much, that gives them the things that they can practice on. So remember, that was middle, pinky first, middle, pinky first, ring, pinky, and then the G and the C. All right, now into the long video. So for those of you who don't have all of the skills that we've worked on yet, that's okay. We're gonna work on them. First thing first is we're gonna pick the first 4 notes on the bottom string, which is our number 1 string, and we're gonna pick first finger with first fret, that's gonna be a down. Second finger with second fret, that's gonna be an up pick. Third finger with third fret, down and up. So it sounds like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, you probably can't go that fast, but down, if you have to look, do it, then go up, down, up. Now, if you're good at that one there, then what I want you to do is only look at one hand. So maybe it's just the picking hand, up, down, up. Because your other fingers are gonna do, they're getting used to it, they're gonna do the same thing. Or maybe you need to look at this hand, then switch strings. You might need to look back and forth and then do the same thing, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And there's 2 things we're looking for. The first is clarity of the note. It sounds nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean. And then the second thing is the skill. How well can I do it? So you have to be able to play it pretty smooth. It doesn't have to be fast. So this is smooth. This is not smooth. All right, this is clear. This is not clear. Right, if we don't hear the notes nice and clear ringing through, they're not clear. And that's the 2 things we gotta work on, making them clear, and then the skill of being able to do that with your fingers. Then the next thing we did was, when you get that, we're gonna start with each finger having 1 fret, and we're gonna start on the very thickest string, which is string number 6. And we're gonna play with our middle finger. So because it's our middle finger, it's number 2, it's on the 2nd fret. Then we play a pinky, because it's our 4th finger, it's on the 4th fret. So middle, pinky. Then we're gonna go first, middle, pinky. So first, middle, pinky. Then next string down, first ring, pinky. So string 1 is middle, pinky. String 2 is first, middle, pinky. And string 3 is first ring, pinky. Now all together, that's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If we're gonna do it in the key of C, we have to go all the way down to here. But again, it doesn't really matter where you play this, I showed you. So that's in C, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But we're gonna, just for sake of ease, we're gonna start at the 2nd fret. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And that's, I'll do it in a couple ways. I'll do it with the middle, tell you what fingers. Middle, pinky, first, middle, pinky, first, ring, pinky, and then I'll tell you the numbers. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. And that's gonna be everything on that scale. So no matter where you play it, like I said, we play it at the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fret. Well, you play it here, or here, or here, or here, always the same pattern. Middle, pinky first, middle, pinky first, ring, pinky. That's there. Now chord-wise, we should be able to play 1, 2, 3, 3 chords so far, and we're learning 2 more today. So the first chord is the E, and that was the easiest chord we learned just because every single note is played, every single string is played, and it is right here, middle and ring on the second fret of the 5th and 6th string, or sorry, 4th and 5th strings, and then my first finger here. So remember, it went 2, 2, 1, and most people know that. If it's not, it's in your book. The next one is the A chord, and all I do is with that chord, I take my fingers, the first 2 fingers, and bring them down, and I play the bottom 5 strings. That's an A. Bring it back for an E. And again, I'll play all the notes so you can hear it. Then A is the bottom 5. Oh, sorry. And that's, you want them nice and clear and smooth. And then the next one is play the E again. And then we're gonna bring everything down a string. And this sounds like an A minor. That's the sad one. And those are the 3 chords you've learned already. Now, the new chords we're learning are G. And the way you do a G is you start with your middle finger on the top string and makes that note. Remember, I had everyone make that note in class. And then the next one is the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So, and then your bottom 2 fingers go on the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd fret. So you're gonna notice that there's 3 3 fingers on the 3rd fret, 3rd, 3rd, and 3rd, and this one's the 2nd. So when I play it, that's all 6 notes. All right, so what you'll wanna do, and this is hard, you'll work on getting all those notes sounding good. Practice and get that ready. And I told you, remember I told you in class there's 2 ways you can start this? I usually start with the middle finger on the top and work my way down, but some people actually like just to take these 2 fingers, put them on the 3rd fret, and then bring their middle finger up to the top string right above it, and the first one over there. I don't care which way you do it, as long as you choose one way that's gonna help you figure it out. So, that's a G. I do wanna make a note. If you didn't come to class, there's an error in the book I made. The error in the book is that these 2 fingers are flipped. So they're in the right shape. Just remember the middle finger goes on the top of the 2. So I have them flipped, I'm sorry. I'll fix it for anyone who wasn't there last week when we get back next week. That's the G. Now the C, just like remember the E was like this and you bring it down? The C, you take these 2 fingers and you bring them down. And you play the bottom 5 strings. Now I showed people if you play a G, and you bring these down, you can use your finger to make that string make no noise, and you can strum them all. So G, then I put my thumb down for the C, and you're barely touching, just barely touching the side of that string right there. And that's only if you want to. So the big thing is to get the G, bring it down a string C, and then that's the chord. So real quick recap, you should be able to do this, down, up, work on getting it nice and clear. I'll speed that up. E chord, or sorry, scale, middle, pinky, first, middle, pinky, first, ring, pinky. And then you should be able to do an E chord, 6 notes, A chord, 5 notes, A minor, 5 notes, G now, 6 notes, and C, 5 notes. So I'm just gonna strum a couple of those. And then G. And that's all that we've learned so far. Thanks so much, and we'll see you guys again next week.